Hi everybody, my name is Jessie and I do perfume reviews in ASMR format. So if you enjoy perfume and also if you like ASMR, you are in a good place for our video today. Alright, so today I am doing a review of Oscar de la Renta's Alibi, and this is the Eau de Toilette version. I believe the original, the first one that was put out, was the Eau de Parfum. I'm not positive, but that's my assumption. So I found this, and also this flanker Eau Sensuelle. I think at either Marshall's or Ross. I was interested to try them. However, I really wish this was the Eau de Parfum. I really wanted to try the original. I saw it had a note of heliotrope and watery notes, so I was really interested to try that, but I didn't find it. So we are reviewing the Eau de Toilette today, and I'll briefly touch on this one, but I'll have a upcoming video reviewing this one as well. And as always in my videos, I touch on any other fragrances from the house that I have, and I don't actually have any in my collection at this time. I did used to have Bella Blanca, but I've recently decided to resell this. I just have way too many fragrances and I was not reaching for that one enough. I also have this, I have this in my home, it's not in my collection, Bella Rosa. So I can, briefly touch on both of these. Okay, so as always I dressed on theme. This fragrance, as you can see, is kind of like a brownie rose gold color. So I've got this kind of warm brown shirt and this kind of dusty rose shawl and these like rose gold, I think they're called moonstone earrings. I wonder what inspired the name of this fragrance. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. I'm sure there's a story behind it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and spray this fragrance. Karma says, this is what's on our little card today. If a man expects a woman to be an angel in his life, he must first create heaven for her. Angels don't live in hell. I like that. I will definitely agree with that sentiment. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give this a spray. Kind of an odd spray mechanism. I feel like this is definitely an affordable fragrance, so the top, it's kind of cheaply made, but it looks different. It looks interesting. So we'll give it that. And so just so you know, if you don't know, Eau de Toilette flankers are usually a little bit lighter than Eau de Parfum. Eau de Parfum might be a little more dense, maybe a little more sweet. They should be longer lasting. The Eau de Toilette might have maybe some more lighter notes, citrusy notes, things like that. So, like I said, I wish I could compare this to the Eau de Parfum, but I didn't see it. I will buy it if I see it in stores, though. Okay, I'm just giving this a moment to dry down. I'm facing my other, usually I'm face the other direction with my perfume wall, but it's been like really bright, and so it's not making for good filming against that side. I think when the warmer months roll around, I'm gonna have to be on this end more. Okay, so I'm gonna give this a smell. Alright, so this, it's kind of like soft floral musky is kind of my first thought. Probably some citrus as well. Honestly, it's very pleasant, pretty, but it's extremely generic smelling. It really smells like a department store modern fragrance for the somewhat younger woman or woman who has younger preferences. So yeah, it's really just like like a light, kind of musky, airy, fruity floral is what I would say. So yeah, nothing that stands out really in any way about it to me. Like I can't even I don't remember what the notes are at all. But if I had to guess, I'd say like maybe magnolia, probably some citrus like orange or lemon or bergamot. Some almost like slightly aquatic florals. Maybe, I don't know, maybe something like lychee, probably some musk. That's my guess, because like I said, I don't remember. I did smell this like a month ago when I first got it. I didn't even wear it because I just knew that it didn't have enough interest for me, although it's a pleasant fragrance. It's pleasant, can't go wrong. What am I trying to say? It's like a safe blind buy if you don't know that much about perfume and you just want something that'll get the job done. It's like very much like a girl next door type of fragrance from what I'm smelling. Okay, so let's go ahead and read the main accords that we have listed. So we have floral, citrus, musky, fresh, fruity, powdery, and woody. I would agree with that. The only thing I would add maybe is like a slight aquatic accord. They list a woody accord, but it's like super, super it's not woody in an obvious way. But besides that, I definitely get all of those main accords kind of in that order. So let's look at the notes. I'm curious to see what the notes are. Okay, this is making sense. Totally making sense. So we have 3 top notes, and they are pear blossom, bergamot, and mandarin orange. I'm definitely getting the citrusy feel from the bergamot and mandarin orange, kind of in equal parts. I would say a little bit more orangey, but also a little bit just more like a clean astringent from the bergamot. And then the pear blossom, I can't say I'm detecting in any obvious way, and I'm not getting anything that smells like a pear per se, if pear blossom is supposed to smell like pear, which I would assume it is, but I think that's kind of a fantasy note. I don't think pear blossoms actually really have a scent, but I'm not sure. Okay, and then in our middle notes, we've got 3 middle notes, and they are peony, lotus, and peach. I'm definitely getting those florals. I'm getting both the peony and peach. For sure, the peony and lotus. Peony, like, it's very lush, kind of aquatic, slightly rosy type floral, pink. That's probably honestly the note that I'm getting most of all of this. Like, this is definitely a peony fragrance. And I'm getting a bit of that lotus. It just provides more like dewy petal aquatic vibe. The peach, not so much. I'm more so getting the citrus. I'm not personally, like I can't personally detect peach, but I suppose that makes sense. Okay, and then lastly for our base notes, we've got 3 base notes, and they are musk, white wood, and amber. I'm definitely getting musk, a decent amount of musk. I could see the white wood as well, like very light, blonde, subtle wood. And I'm not really getting amber standing out. So just to recap, what I mostly get from this fragrance is peony, lotus, mandarin orange, and bergamot with musk. And then I could see some of the other notes, just little touches in there, but it's mostly a musky, fruity citrus that comes through, kind of fresh and aquatic. Very pretty. Like I said, I feel like it's a safe blind buy for someone who doesn't know a lot about fragrances necessarily. It's just for me, I don't know, it's not really giving anything new or interesting for me, so that's why I'm not personally going to keep it. Okay, so let's just take a little detour briefly. I will touch briefly on Alibi's Eau Sensuelle. This is a flanker. I'm going to do a full review on this soon. As you can see, it's in a similar bottle, but just like a classic gold top, not a rose gold, and this kind of, what do you call this? Frosted or like sea glass, which I love that look. This fragrance is definitely different direction. It's much more kind of base note heavy, very ambery and powdery, a little bit of a vanillic accord, and it actually has a, what does it say? Like a skin note in there. So it's kind of that like sensual kind of skin, yeah, I don't know how to say it, like a sexy ambery. There's also sandalwood, so a little powdery. Yeah, so I'll review this more thoroughly in my upcoming video, but definitely very different direction, more ambery, sandalwoody, definitely powdery, but vanillic. Whereas this one is like a fruity floral fresh. Okay, and then one more thing that I want to touch on before we get back to Alibi Eau de Toilette is Oscar de la Renta's Bella Blanca and Oscar de la Renta's Bella Rosa. So like I said, Bella Blanca has been in my collection, gosh, for like 2 to 3 years. This is the bottle, white bottle. It has this like flower facade, and this is just a very pretty, clean, fruity floral, musky. Again, I mean, these are both like clean, fruity florals, but this one smells, I don't know how to say it, does smell whiter. It does smell a little more like transparent and just a little more fresh with some, I would say with some green touches too. I don't have the notes in front of me, but I know that this has a pear note. I think it has lily of the valley, maybe also jasmine, and maybe freesia. It has a few white florals in it. I know it's got musk, a decent amount of musk, and I think maybe some very light woody notes. What was the, oh, and it also has green notes. So it just is a little bit, leans a little more white and green. Yeah, so that is Bella Blanca. Really pretty. Again, I feel like it's a very likable fragrance to me. Even for people who don't like white florals, I feel like this is a very likable white floral fragrance. That's just my personal opinion. And then we have Bella Rosa, and honestly this one I don't remember all the notes because it wasn't ever technically in my collection. I just bought it and have been trying to resell it. Nobody's ever bought it yet. I know this has rose in it. I'm not going to take it out and smell it, but I vaguely remember what it smells like. I know it has rose in it. Let's see. Bella Rosa. Yeah, it's got rose in it, some other florals like jasmine and freesia. It's got pink pepper in the top. Oh yeah, it has a nice base of patchouli, amber, and sandalwood, which does give it just kind of like a smooth, almost slightly spicy ambery base. But yeah, it's still, it's not heavy. I wouldn't say it's like uber fresh, but it's a little fresh. Yeah, pretty rose scent. For whatever reason, I just didn't like it enough to keep it, but that is Bella Rosa. There's a few others in this Bella collection. There's like Bella, I don't remember. It's in a gold bottle. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and get back to Oscar de la Renta's Alibi Eau de Toilette. And as always, I'm on Fragrantica I'm just going to give some info on this fragrance. So it has an overall rating of 3.81 out of 5, but it only has 83 votes. Obviously, it's not been rated that many times. That's a mid-range rating, so people seem to like it, but nothing too special. I did see that the original Alibi Eau de Parfum has a slightly higher rating, so it seems like people seem to appreciate that one a little bit more. This was launched in 2022, by the way. And I'm looking at the original. The original was launched in 2021, so just a year before, and it has a rating of 3.93, so a little bit better. I see there's quite a few other flankers as well. There's Alibi Oh So Lucky, Alibi Oh So Charming, Alibi Oh So Chic. So, yeah, quite a few other flankers. Okay, and I'm seeing that this is being compared to, just kidding. Never mind. Okay. I'm going to read a few reviews about this fragrance. So somebody says, watery flowers with fresh laundry and fruity deodorant. Everyday generic. They forgot to add longevity and sillage, unfortunately, especially for this price range. Maybe you can pay more for it in certain stores, but I only paid like $15, so. Okay, somebody else says, cute, sweet. I somehow feel sweet apple here. I would say it's a girly, happy scent. Longevity is not impressive. Unfortunately, I can barely smell it. I could see apple, maybe a green apple, like kind of crisp, tart apple. Somebody says, just another fruity, musky laundry scent, quite generic and smells not inspired at all. So a lot of people seem to agree with me that it's like a little bit generic. One last review, somebody says, this is very pretty but so ephemeral. I used 3 sprays and I could barely smell it on myself. What a shame, because it's really well balanced and even if it's totally unoriginal. I would say it's a safe blind buy for those who like Sense in this perfume reminds me of category. Except that you really should test beforehand to ensure that faintness and poor longevity aren't an issue for you. I'm sorry guys, my reading skills are not great. So anyway, everything that I said has definitely been echoed in those comments, that it's like, fairly generic smelling, but pretty. Also apparently has poor longevity. I didn't know that because, like I said, I didn't actually wear this because I just knew it wasn't going to be something I kept. Okay, everybody, so that is my review of Oscar de la Renta's Alibi Eau de Toilette. I hope you all enjoy. I'm going to keep my eye out for the Eau de Parfum because I would like to smell that if I come across it. And like I said, keep your eyes open for the review of the Eau Sensuelle flanker. Besides that, I'm wishing you all peace, love, beauty, and harmony, and I'll catch you all again soon. Okay, bye.